Breaking right now, Meghan Markle facing more accusations of bullying behavior and more to come after her feature, the hit piece as some people called it, I would say very accurate reporting from Vanity Fair.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a major bombshell that's shaking the royal world. Samantha Markle, Meghan Markle's half-sister, has just made explosive claims about Meghan allegedly threatening Prince Harry with a tell-all book in case of divorce. If true, this could change everything we know about their relationship. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. All right, let's get into it.
Sparked lots of Meghan's previous critics to speak out. First, Daily Telegraph Associate Editor Camilla Tominey.
In reality, what happened was that people started speaking to the media, counteracting their narrative of being these wonderful people that were always great and always had the best of intentions. So if you look back to the reporting of the time, we start saying after the wedding, and the reason I think that these stories came out is that they could keep a lid on everything before the wedding because they really only interacted with palace people, and it's quite a tight shop. Once you start planning a wedding and you're getting dress designers involved and florists and celebrants and choirs, if your behaviour seems to be erratic, lots of other people start talking about it, and the more that people talk about it, the more that journalists like me find out.
And Victoria Arbiter, who is the well-regarded royal commentator, posted Harry and Meghan have made online hate speech one of their key causes. Meanwhile, their fans have posted mine and others' home addresses on social media, along with sending threats and endangering people's safety. They've launched targeted smear campaigns, coordinated attacks, bullied employers, and promoted blatant lies and disinformation. They've been assisted by media-related friends of the Sussexes who have revelled in the subsequent glory, opportunity, and associated financial gain. Harry and Meghan have publicly thanked the followers posting in their name, and they're rewarding their clout-chasing cohorts. Why? Because in the wake of the Vanity Fair article, which was only a matter of time, they needed people who believed in the fantasy to defend them.
So, what exactly did Samantha Markle say? According to her, Meghan is using a potential autobiography as leverage, basically holding it over Harry's head to control the situation. Harry, already cut off from his family, now faces the possibility of his personal life being exposed in a book if things don't go Meghan's way.
As more information comes to light, I hope those who have aided and abetted their quest for fame and fortune are outed for the role they've played. Online safety is critical, as is a secure working environment. Given the latest allegations, the Sussexes don't have a leg to stand on.
Exactly.
And of course, the Daily Mirror now saying that Netflix might even drop the Harry and Meghan news series, Meghan with Love, as a result of the allegations, and their former friends at Newsweek say that the Meghan Markle bullying allegations are a major crisis, while the Daily Beast, that used to support Harry and Meghan too, say that their survivors have been vindicated by the reports of her demon ways. So let me bring in Meghan Markle's sister, Samantha Markle. Samantha and I, you probably know, are good friends. We've known each other for a number of years, and Samantha was the one who first blew the whistle on her sister's behaviour, who first described her as a mean girl who could bully people. So, Sam, I just wanted to talk to you about the Vanity Fair article and all of the fallout from it specifically, because, of course, this is information that you've known for a long time. You did warn the world. But do you feel sad for the people who have had to go through the treatment that your sister is putting them through? I mean, the fact that there are some staff members who've ended up in long-term therapy, for example.
Meghan has a history of using the media to shape her narrative, whether it was the Oprah interview, the Netflix docuseries, or Finding Freedom. Could this alleged book threat be just another calculated move? Let me know what you think in the comments. Here's where things get interesting. The media that once protected Meghan is now turning against her. Vanity Fair, which used to praise her, has started exposing her alleged toxic behavior.
Well, I'll just make this as brief as I can.
No, go ahead, Sam. I've been desperate to hear from you on this. Take as long as you need.
Let me add it. The PR smear campaigns against me that I had to find out because there was, according to an attorney in London, an entrenched media agenda against me. All the crap in the PR, even my Wikipedia descriptions, all edited by trolls, by paid PR, to smear me, to defame me, to disparage me. The smear campaigns against you. And, it's not like we're just talking about someone who gets out there and says something nasty about other people. We are talking about people who, using royal titles, giving the false sense of elevation, and the public relied on this because of who it's coming from. It's really dangerous. And the public didn't know that this was all going on behind closed doors, that Sussex Squad, that media trolls were being paid, that PR were being paid to damage, to defame, to disparage, to attack people, to dox them, give out their addresses. And that has a whole cascade of really dangerous effects and triggers other psychopaths in public. And it's like a groupthink swell. It incites violence. That kind of targeted harassment is really dangerous. And they were not innocent, as is evidenced by Harry's letter to Jason Knopf that said this was about finding freedom, the lies and finding freedom. Yes, but something to the effect of, I don't know if it's verbatim, yes, but we want to make it look like we were not involved. In my opinion, that shows his motive. So you talk about accountability, you talk about playing a victim. What about your accountability? What about your pulling the strings behind closed doors, paying a lot of money to damage people? Cut the malarkey. Enough is enough, and game over.
Look, I totally agree, and I know what you've gone through, Sam, but for people who don't, can I just be really clear about what you're saying? Your sister and her team and her Sussex Squad effectively led a smear campaign against you. So Meghan Markle effectively bullied her own sister.
Reports claim that former staff members have left jobs, taken extended leaves, or even needed therapy after working with her. Even Hollywood seems to be backing away. There are rumors that Netflix might drop future projects with Meghan and Harry. The narrative of the perfect power couple is falling apart. And here's the real question. If Meghan was the victim all along, why are so many people, from staff to journalists, coming forward with similar stories?
Yes.
Wow.
To egregious extremes. And it took me a long time to find out that it was happening. And see, when you've got thousands of publications around the world regurgitating this nasty paid PR, people living their daily lives don't know that it was paid for, that it's a hit job. And that happens, between in political campaigns. It happens. Celebrities do it. But let me just, to be brief, PR, someone can have have PR staff, and those companies are the umbrella for a lot of television shows, a lot of magazines. So when I saw television shows out there saying, oh, there's Meghan Markle's crazy sister, I'm thinking, wow, do you know me? Do you know I have 2 master's degrees? Do you know that there's nothing crazy about me? And this is a smear campaign. I don't abuse children or cats or dogs. And I was seeing this crazy stuff out there, and then trolls would take little, paragraphs of things, circle it, explode it, and make it look legitimate and real when none of it had any merit. I mean, this is the nasty extent that PR and trolls who were paid, Sussex Squad, would go to smear me, to smear you, to smear Princess Catherine, to smear the children. And we were all getting, death threats because of people responding who were triggered by this crazy nonsense that was paid for
Yes,
to print.
and it is bullying activity. And for
Yeah.
Harry and Meghan to try and claim they have nothing to do with it is
Uh-uh.
absolute bull. It's absolute
Right.
bull. Now, in my case, I've spoken about it in detail, so I won't bore you with it now. But fundamentally, they were completely behind it. They were totally behind it. And what they wanted to do was destroy me for telling the truth. And the irony is they wanted to destroy me with lies. I've seen up close what they've done to you. And the fact is, Sam, we can say once more, if they want to distance themselves from the Sussex Squad, all they need to do is condemn the Sussex Squad behaviour, and they have never done that. So Harry and Meghan are actually behind the biggest gang of internet trolls online.
Something just doesn't add up. If you're finding this breakdown interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video. Now let's talk about the Sussex Squad, Meghan and Harry's most vocal online supporters. According to Samantha Markle, this group, along with Meghan's PR machine, has been involved in coordinated smear campaigns against critics. Even Samantha claims she's been targeted, her reputation destroyed by paid PR, manipulated Wikipedia edits, and outright lies spread online.
But I just want to go into a little bit of... Oh, sorry, Sam, you come in there.
No, and then to deflect from that and play victim and pretend to want to end misrepresentation in the media through the Aspen Institute and Archwell when they are purveyors of misinformation. So they want everybody else to be silenced, but they want to be able to say what they want to say. It doesn't work that way. And thank God President Trump is preserving our freedom of speech. He's going to end this psychotic DNC and liberal radical control over what constitutes information or misinformation. And we're going to get facts and truth out there in the world. But obviously corrupt and nasty people pay to spin narratives, and they've been getting away with it. I really hope to see this fake news, nasty PR, social media psychosis come to an end.
Well, indeed. And that's what was so significant for me about the Vanity Fair article, Sam, because what some people don't understand with this article is that, yes, they have spoken to the few defenders of Harry and Meghan. And the reason that they have included that information in the article is to show that it is properly balanced. And I actually don't mind Vanity Fair do that. I mean, the fact that they found a couple of people to say, oh, yeah, they're so nice and they're madly in love, like, who cares? Because actually what you have to do is look at the weight of evidence. And the weight of evidence is all on the other side. Dictator in high heels, says the Hollywood Reporter. I revealed all of the bullying behaviour and the fact that Catherine was disgusted by the way they treated staff at Kensington Palace. So come on, there's so much of it. But I think it is worth, Sam, me actually getting some of your specific reaction.
Well, quickly, I mean, thank God a lot of these people, staff members, have come forward, because what the public didn't know, I saw the public out there saying, oh, but the family are out there speaking, and Meghan and Harry never say anything. That's because they were paying their PR to say it and to spin the narrative for them. We didn't have the benefit of paying millions of dollars for PR firms to put out our message.
And also remember, we are sometimes speaking on behalf of the Sussex Survivor Squad because they cannot speak out. They cannot speak out. Sorry, the Sussex Survivor Club. Very different to the Sussex Squad. The Sussex Survivor Club are all of the former staff members, Sam, who were treated appallingly on both sides of the Atlantic, bullied.
If these accusations are true, it raises a huge question. Are Meghan and Harry really anti-bullying advocates, or are they just playing the victim while allowing their supporters to attack others? And let's not forget, Meghan and Harry claim to fight against online hate speech, yet they've never condemned the toxic behavior of their own fans. Why is that? If you agree that there's hypocrisy at play, drop A in the comments. Let's talk about Harry for a second. If Meghan is really using a book as leverage, where does that leave him? He's already estranged from his family. He left behind his royal duties
to within an inch of their life, but cannot say anything because in the UK they are subjected to the Official Secrets Act because they are working for members of the royal family, and in the US they are subjected to NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. Why don't Harry and Meghan, if they really had nothing to hide, why don't they release their staff from the NDAs, Sam, and allow them to speak out?
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, I think the motive was for those of us who weren't intimidated, who were out there speaking when they found that the media had located us all and had gotten to us. It's like, let's throw dirt on them, let's discredit them so they can't speak. The goal was to silence everyone. And when that didn't work because we were speaking, then it became a PR smear campaign. So, in my opinion, their goal is to silence people one way or another, whether it's through NDAs, whether it's through PR, whether it's through online bullying, and they are purveyors of that. But what's really weird is that they want their privacy and they're saying that they're hurt. Yet they're out there putting out books like Spare, giving away the layout of royal residences and Courtney Cox private information and, disparaging everybody and taking license to do that.
Well, it's like Piers Morgan said. And by the way, Sam, I'm completely against all the illegal activity that went on years ago, decades and decades ago. I mean, I'm very much on the record, and I would have said to Prince Harry in court next week, I would have said to him, all of my stories were completely legally obtained, completely legitimate. I've never used a private investigator. I've never used a blagger. I've never hacked a phone. So don't even go there with me, mate. But as Piers Morgan pointed out, when are you going to apologise?
His military titles, his friends, everything. If this claim is true, Harry is now trapped in a situation where he either plays by Meghan's rules or risks having his secret splashed across headlines again. That's a tough spot to be in. Some people say he should have seen this coming. But let's be real. If the reports are true, Meghan knows how to control the narrative. Maybe Harry is only now realizing what he's gotten himself into. What do you think? Is Harry stuck, or does he have a way out? Let's talk about it in the comments. At the end of the day, the cracks in the Sussex brand are starting to show. The tell-all interviews, the PR spin, the Hollywood distancing, it's all starting to unravel. Whether or not Meghan is really threatening Harry with a book, one thing is clear. Their perfect image is fading. So what do you think? Is this just another rumour, or is there truth behind Samantha Markle's claims? Let me know your thoughts below, and before you go, make sure you subscribe for more updates on this royal drama. Hit that notification bell, because trust me, this story is far from over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.